You mentioned Sporting, and that's where we go for your number one pick here. It was a balmy August night in 2003. It was a pre-season game, Sporting against Manchester United, which essentially ended up being his United audition.
Yeah, and again, people will think, God, why is that he's the highlight of Ronaldo's career? But, without that night against Man United, Ronaldo's career may have gone on a completely different path. It was Arsenal were quite keen to sign him. I think a couple of clubs in Italy were quite keen to sign him. But obviously going to United and the treatment he got at United from the likes of Roy Keane, Rio Ferdinand, Sir Alex Ferguson, it turned him into the player and the man that he became and this international superstar that he is. But the story of that game was that United had just come back from I think they'd been on a summer tour of the United States, and they had to play this game to open Sporting's new stadium in Lisbon. And I thought a lot of the United players weren't really up for it. They were jet lagged and they weren't really thinking, who's this guy in the left wing that everyone's talking about, the left wing for Sporting Lisbon. And Ronaldo just absolutely destroyed John O'Shea, who was playing at right back that night. And some of the United players said that O'Shea was so bad he ended up with twisted blood because Ronaldo just turned him inside out. And the dressing room after the game, I'm told that the players were all saying to Sir Alex, "You've got to sign this guy. Who is he? You've got to sign him." And again, I did a piece on Ronaldo, shortly after he left United to talk about his time in Manchester. And the story that I got from the players was that they were sat on the team bus outside the stadium for about 2 hours because Sir Alex Ferguson, obviously he'd known about Ronaldo and he was keen to sign him, but he was so impressed by the performance that night. He basically said to David Gill, the chief exec, "We are not leaving this stadium until you get a deal to sign Cristiano Ronaldo." So the players were sat on the bus for ages and ages until Ferguson got back on the bus and said, "Boys, it's done." And he signed Ronaldo. And then he turns up and again, with this crazy haircut, this kind of teenage haircut and braces on his teeth. And we're all thinking, who is this guy? Ronaldo? That's not Ronaldo. It's the guy who plays for Real Madrid. But yeah, he was the guy that obviously signed for United to replace David Beckham, took the number 7 shirt, and he just owned it. He owned the number 7 shirt. And from the point he made his debut against Bolton, same sort of thing, destroyed the fullback, and he was just loved by the United fans. And that was the moment it all started, that night in Lisbon.
It's funny that you mentioned Rio Ferdinand, Roy Keane, Sir Alex Ferguson, because all three of them have talked about this very game in their autobiographies. It's your number one of all those games for Ronaldo, is it then, just because that is where it all began? And because on a stage like that, when he knew he was being watched by such a big club like United, he delivered.
Absolutely. He's won so many trophies, I can't even count. Was it 4 or 5 Champions League? You lose count. He's won the League. He's won the Premier League. He's won the FA Cup. He's won everything. So you can't really pick out one of the trophies he's won because someone will say, "Well, he's won another one." But like you say, the night when he knew he had to perform to sign for one of the biggest clubs in the world, to have his chance to make it on the big stage, and he delivered. Not just delivered, but he actually was outstanding. And I think that game when he was 17 showed Ronaldo's character for the first time. That you give him a challenge, he won't only meet it, he'll go beyond it, and he'll surprise everybody. So that's why it's the biggest game, because he showed us all that night what it was all about for the next 15, maybe 20 years.
A few notable absences then I'm going to pick you apart on. So they're your 5. Mm-hmm. The overhead kick against Juve, where would that have come for you, in your top 10?
Yeah, well, that was almost on my list, and it probably come number 6 because it was an amazing goal, and obviously the reaction from the fans inside the stadium in Juventus was another moment. Beating people like a goalkeeper like Buffon as well. It was one of those iconic moments. But he scored loads of stunning goals, hasn't he? You could pick the header he scored against United in the Bernabeu in 2013. That was a stunning goal. The goal he scored against United, I think, in Turin for Juventus a couple of years ago. He scored so many stunning goals. So why pick that one? As the best, but it was very close to the top 5, yeah.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.